Have you ever wondered where the marathon race got its name? The answer lies in a decisive battle that took place in ancient Greece over 2,500 years ago. This is the story of the Battle of Marathon, a clash between the Greeks and the mighty Persian Empire that changed the course of history forever. To understand the significance of the Battle of Marathon, we need to take a closer look at the context of the time. In the early 5th century BCE, Greece was not yet the unified country we know today. Instead, it was made up of several independent city-states, each with its own government, laws, and military. These city-states were often at odds with one another, with each seeking to expand its own power and influence. In this complex political environment, the Persian Empire began to expand its reach. The Persians were a formidable force with a powerful army and navy that had already conquered much of Asia Minor and Egypt. In 492 BCE, the Persian king Darius I decided to turn his attention to Greece, which he saw as a rich and strategic prize. Darius sent a fleet of ships to the Greek mainland with the aim of conquering the city-states and adding them to his empire. The Persians landed on the shores of Marathon, a small coastal plain about 25 miles northeast of Athens. The Athenians, who were the most powerful city-state at the time, sent a force of about 10,000 hoplites to meet the Persians head-on. The Greeks knew they were heavily outnumbered, with estimates of the Persian army ranging from 25,000 to 100,000 soldiers. But they also knew that their best chance of victory lay in working together and using their strengths to the fullest. The Persian Empire, under the rule of Darius I, was a formidable force in the ancient world. The empire spanned 3 continents and boasted a population of over 50 million people. In 490 BC, Darius decided to invade Greece in order to punish Athens for supporting the Ionian Revolt, a failed uprising against Persian rule. The Persian invasion force consisted of approximately 25,000 soldiers, including cavalry and archers. They were transported across the Aegean Sea on a fleet of ships, which allowed them to bypass the Greek navy and land on the coast of Attica, just a few miles from Athens, eventually finding their way to the plains of Marathon, where they set up camp and prepared for battle. As the Athenians prepared to face the Persian forces at Marathon, they turned to their general, Miltiades, for guidance. Miltiades was an experienced military commander who understood the strengths and weaknesses of both the Greek hoplites and the Persian army. He devised a strategy that would maximize the advantages of the Greek infantry while mitigating their weaknesses. Greek hoplites were heavily armed infantrymen, equipped with large shields, spears, and bronze armor. They fought in a phalanx formation, a tight-knit wall of shields and spears designed to hold the line and push back the enemy. Miltiades recognized that this formation would be effective against the Persian infantry, which relied more on numbers and speed than heavy armor and tight formations. To counter the numerical advantage of the Persian forces, Miltiades deployed his men in a unique formation. He strengthened the center of the phalanx while thinning the flanks, creating a crescent shape. This formation allowed the Greeks to absorb the initial Persian charge and then envelop the enemy, attacking from both sides and the rear. In September 490 BC, the two armies met on the plains of Marathon. The Persians, confident in their numbers, charged the Greek lines. As they clashed with the Athenian center, they found themselves unable to break through the wall of shields and spears. Meanwhile, the Greek flanks held their ground, waiting for the right moment to strike. As the battle raged on, the Greek flanks eventually began to push inward, enveloping the Persian forces in a pincer movement. Caught off guard by this tactic, the Persian soldiers found themselves surrounded and unable to retreat. As panic set in, their cohesion crumbled, and the once mighty Persian army began to disintegrate. In the aftermath of the Battle of Marathon, the Greeks emerged victorious and the Persians retreated back to their empire. The triumph at Marathon not only secured Athens' independence, but also proved to be a pivotal moment in Greek history, demonstrating the power of united city-states and the effectiveness of the hoplite phalanx formation. The Battle of Marathon truly marks a turning point in Greek history, solidifying the Greeks as a force to be reckoned with and laying the foundation for their future accomplishments. So how does the marathon race have anything to do with the Battle of Marathon? Well, legend has it that a messenger named Pheidippides ran the entire distance between the city of Marathon and Athens to deliver news of the Greek victory to the people of Athens. Although the story of Pheidippides is likely a myth, it captured the imagination of many, and in the late 19th century, the idea of a long-distance running event based on the legendary run was born. The first modern Olympic marathon was held in Athens in 1896, and since then, the event has become a symbol of endurance, perseverance, and the human spirit. So, the next time you watch a marathon race or run one yourself, remember that its origins can be traced back to the legendary run of Pheidippides and the pivotal Battle of Marathon, which secured Athens' independence and demonstrated the power of united Greek city-states. Well, that's all for today's Adara adventure. If you're not already a part of our community, hit that subscribe button and join the fun. Don't forget, stay curious and keep exploring.